What's up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So, today we're going to be taking a look at enchanting. There's a lot to kind of show enchanting. Once you get the hang of it, it's very, very simple to learn. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the basic enchantment table, and then I'm going to be showing you guys how to merge several enchantments into the same thing, what all these enchantments do and what they go on. So I'm pretty much going to be showing you guys everything that you need to know about enchanting. So, first thing is first. So first you're going to need a enchantment table. So just create one of these, look it up in the menu, just create one. And when you first put it down, you might notice that the levels are kind of low when you go to enchant something, like it might say 1, 2, or 3, or whatever. To extend out how much, get higher enchantments, you need to place bookshelves around it. So just go get yourself some bookshelves, either create them or find them. And you're going to want to take that up until, I don't have any pieces of armor on me, do I? Do I? I do! We have a pair of boots. So, as you can see, that's level 30 there. So we got level 30, we got 13, and we got 5. So when that hits about 30, that means you're up to the max enchantment that you can get. It doesn't go any higher than 30, so once you're at that stage, you're right. So here's a couple of different designs that you can do. You can put it down the ground if you wanted to, like that. You can put it against the wall in a corner, or you can build like a proper little room for it. I'm gonna place torches in there, though it's a little bit dark. But after you create your enchantment table, so to enchant, you're going to need your piece of armor, your sword, your whatever you're going to enchant, and you're also going to need some lapis. So after you got those two things, just go over to your enchantment table, put your boots in, then put your lapis in. And then all these different enchantments will pop up. So we're just going to go with the free one there. You just hit the enchant button, and there you go. Sometimes it'll put different things on. As I said, the higher the enchantment that you're willing to do, so I did a 30 this in, the better things that you'll get on it. So I got protection, free, unbreaking, and depth sider, which is pretty damn decent, I gotta say. So that's pretty much all you guys need to know about that. If you didn't get, like, if you want several things on your armor, but you didn't get something on it that you wish you had, so like for instance on here I have aqua efficiency and respiration. If I wanted those two merged together, because I like both the enchantments, then I'll just go over to the anvil. I just put them in, and it will merge them together and put them on the one thing. So there you can see I have respiration and aqua efficiency on the one thing. Now I'll show you what the hell all these enchantments are, because I'm just saying random things for you guys, and you guys probably don't know what the hell I'm saying. So we're going to start off with the curses. So the first one we're going to look at is the curse of binding. These are the things that you don't want on your armor, but it may happen. Occasionally when you enchant, you might get a curse on something that you enchant, which is unfortunate. But the curse of binding, so what that does is it's pretty much makes your armor stick to you. So say you enchanted a chest plate and you have curse of binding on it. As soon as you put that chest plate on, you won't be able to take it off. It'll be stuck to you until it either breaks or you die. And when you die, you'll drop it. But yeah, just be careful not to pick it back up. It's kind of annoying, to say the least, because if you want to take it off to put something else on it or repair it, you can't. It just sticks to you, which yeah, is horrible. The next one is Curse of Vanishing. So, when you die with a Curse of Vanishing, say it's on your sword, when you die, your sword will disappear, you won't be able to get it back. You'll go back to where you died and pick up all your stuff, but your sword won't be there. Whatever that Curse of Vanishing goes on, will make all your stuff, make that thing disappear and you won't be able to get it back. Alright, now we got some more enchantments. Let's just shift some of these down here, get a closer look at them. Okay, protection. This is the main protection thing that you're going to want to use for your armor. So what it does is just pretty much, well, increases your protection. So say you have regular diamond armor, you put protection on it, it'll take more hits to kill you. So if you have protection on every single piece of armor that you got, well, to say the least, you'll be pretty damn strong. And I probably should mention as well, you might notice that some of these have different numbers. So some of them go up to, most of them go up to about 4, so IV. The higher the number, the more powerful that enchantment is. Alright, next up we got fire protection. So if you want something more specific rather than just all-round protection, so fire protection, well, it does what it says. It protects you from fire a little bit. Not as good as what a fire protection potion would do, because with a fire protection potion you don't take hits or anything, but with fire protection armor, then you do take hits from it, but your health doesn't really go down. It's pretty useful to have. Alright, next up we got feather falling. So this one is quite nice to have as well. So this goes on your boots. It can only be put on your boots. And what this does is if you fall off like a high place, like say you fall down a ravine or something, feather falling will pretty much save your life. If you have feather falling 4, it'll save you from a massive height fall, but you'll still take damage, but from a height that would normally kill you, it'll probably most likely save your life. Blast protection. So this one's specifically for the creepers. It can go on any piece of armor that you got, and it helps you survive from explosives. So if a creeper blows up behind you, you'll probably survive it if you have blast protection on, or if you somehow manage to get in trouble with a bunch of TNT and die from it, well, that'll help you from that as well. Alright, next thing we got projectile protection. So this is meant for the bowman. This goes on any armor, and this pretty much protects you from arrows. So if you're having problems with skeletons or whatever, they keep hitting you and whatnot, this will help you out a lot. It'll pretty much absorb a lot of the damage and you won't take much. It's still quite annoying though to fight skeletons. Respiration. So this will help you to breathe underwater for a little bit longer. Depending on the number, it will go higher and higher. And also, if you have, it only goes on your helmet, I should mention as well. Only on your helmet. So, also to mention as well, if you're underwater, yeah, it'll help you breathe, but you can also see a bit better. So it's like having a night vision potion when you're underwater. Because if I was to step under here now, you can't see anything, right? But if you had that on, you'd be able to see quite a bit better. Next thing we got, aqua efficiency. Affinity, I should say, actually. Oh god, what does this one do? I think I've forgotten. Ah, it'll come to me, it'll come to me. Still waiting. We'll move on, we'll come back to that one. I won't forget it, don't worry. Next one, fawns. So what fawns does, if something hits you, so you can put this on any piece of armor, but what this does, if something hits you, they'll take damage. So it's pretty much like as if you're hitting a cactus or running into a cactus, they'll take damage back. So pretty much a percentage of whatever they deal, they'll take back at them. So it's pretty much like reflecting. It won't do it every time something hits you. It's only like I don't know the percentage, but every now and then it will reflect damage back. But that's what that does. Alright, next set of stuff. Okay, there's a lot to go through. The next one we got is Depth Sider. So this can only go on your boots. And what it does, it helps you move through water quickly. Because if I jump in water right now, you'll see I move quite slow. If you have Depth Sider on, you'll move a significantly amount faster. It's pretty good. Especially if you're going down to the ocean monuments in the water, you can use that to help you move through the water quickly. Next one we got Silk Touch. So this one can only go on the... I don't know, it can go on a couple of ones, but I recommend we're pretty much only putting it on the pickaxe, really. And say you got a glass window, instead of breaking off the glass and it just gets shattered and gone forever, you can use Silk Touch on it to pick it up, and you'll pick up the actual glass. It works on many things, so if you want to Silk Touch your diamonds and bring them back to the house and use something else on them, you can. You can pretty much anything you see, you can get. Like if I was to break one of these bookshelves, it will turn into books, but if I Silk Touch it, it will stay in a bookshelf. So it's quite useful for a number of things. Let's get rid of that. Alright, next up, Efficiency 5. So, efficiency, well, makes everything that you got faster. So, for instance, if you got a shovel, yeah, it's pretty good as it is, but if you put efficiency on it, it'll be a hell of a lot faster. Same with your pickaxe, same with your axe, and all other tools that you've got. It'll make them all quite a number faster depending on the number that you have. It's quite useful to go for mining if you're in a bit of a hurry. Alright, next thing we got is looting. So this only goes on the sword. So what this does is pretty much, if you're having trouble getting ender pearls, for instance, like if you kill an enderman, usually they only drop like 1, maybe 2 on a rare occasion. But if you use looting on it, they drop more of each item. So if you kill a creeper, you'll probably get more gunpowder off it than usual. If you kill whatever, it just gives you more chance of getting several drops off it, as well as rare drops. So like if you're killing a wither skeleton, you'll get more chance of them dropping a skull. It's still pretty damn rare, but it'll give you more of a chance. Next up, fire aspects. So this goes on your swords. And what this does virtually is, well, sets them on fire. And depending on the number you have, will set them on fire for a longer amount of time and also deal more damage. You don't want to be on the other side of the sword, because I hate being set on fire. But it'll do a fair amount of damage to mobs and everything else that takes fire damage. Pretty good enchantment to have on your sword. Alright, knockback 2. This also goes on your sword, And what it does is, if you hit something, it will send them flying a fair bit back. So probably not, they won't fly off into the sunset somewhere, they'll just push them back a fair amount than usual. So if you're fighting a creeper or something, then it'll help you out, because it'll hit it away before it can explode, and then you can hit it again, until it's dead. That's what that does. Next up, we've got the Bane of Arthropods. So this one also goes on the sword, but this one is more aimed at spiders. So Bane of Arthropods will give more damage to spiders, rather than just a regular sword. But it won't deal any more damage than usual to other mobs like creepers, zombies, skeletons. It's more aimed at spiders more than anything. And Smite 5 also goes on your sword. And instead of spiders, this one's more aimed at zombies. It'll do more damage to zombies specifically. Which is quite useful, because you see a lot more zombies. Zombies are a lot more annoying to kill than spiders. Alright, let's grab a look at the next couple of ones. Okay, Frostwalker 2. So, what this does, when it's on, this goes on your boots, it only goes on your boots. So, if I was to go out to the water, with Frostwalker on my boots, pretty much all this would turn to ice, just like a nice little circle around me. And as I move further across, so you can virtually walk across lakes or water, and the ice behind you will disappear, so don't worry about leaving like a ice trail behind you when you're trying to walk across the water. It will disappear, so it's an easy way of getting across water, pretty much. It's quite nice. I like to have that one as well. It's a bit of fun. Next one we got is Sharpness. So this one you're definitely going to want in your sword. This is an all-round sort of thing. Like, as you've seen, the Bane of Arthropods and the Smite does, like, damage to certain things. Well, Sharpness does damage all-round. If you have Sharpness 5, then it's quite powerful. So you pretty much deal more damage off your sword when killing anything, so yeah, quite useful to have. Unbreaking Free. This is one that you're going to want on all your tools and your swords and your armor and everything like that as well. What this one does is gives your thing more life. So if you have a sword and it keeps breaking over and over again, well, if you have Unbreaking on it, it'll pretty much last longer. It won't last forever, but it will last longer, which is quite useful. So you don't have to repair it all the time. Next up, Fortune. So this one goes, it can go on a couple of things, like it can go on your shovel as well, but I recommend just putting it on your pickaxe. Because when you mine stuff with your pickaxe, say you mine coal, you mine redstone, diamonds, you mine any of that, you'll get more off each one. So say you mine 1 diamond, you might have a chance of getting 2 or 3 off that 1 diamond. Maybe even 4, I don't know the max number that you get. The higher the fortune level, the higher amount you'll get out. Which is quite useful. It will help you stack up some diamonds and some coal more quickly. Alright, now we've got Power 5. This one goes on your bow, only on your bow. Pretty much it does the work of Sharpness, so it deals more damage off that weapon. So if it's on your bow, it deals more damage when you shoot it at something, a significant amount of damage. It goes up to 5, that one. Check that one away. Punch 2. This one also goes on your bow. This is a knockback of the bow, pretty much. So when you hit something with a bow, you shoot it, it will send them flying back a little bit like knockback does. So it's virtually a knockback of a bow. Flame 1. So Flame 1 goes on your bow. So as you've seen, we had Fire Aspect for the sword. Flame 1 goes on your bow. Pretty much does the same work. You shoot this at a mob, and it will set it on fire as well as doing a bit of damage. Now, Infinity. So this one is quite useful for the bow. What this does is it pretty much gives you unlimited amounts of arrows. It gives you you only need 1 arrow in your inventory, and that'll be able to shoot unlimited amount, infinite amount. There you go, infinity. So you don't have to carry like a stack of arrows with you. You can only like carry 1, and it will, you'll have unlimited amounts of arrows until it breaks. Alright, we've then got 3 left. Okay, Mending. So, Mending you can put on any tool or armor. And what this does is, so your armor will start to break down eventually, right? So, what Mending does is it pretty much repairs it. So, any XP that you get, so like say if you kill a creeper, it might drop a bit of XP, or you mine some coal, it might drop a bit of XP. What this does is virtually put that XP towards repairing your armor, so it will keep everything nice, repaired, and happy. Unless you don't earn any XP for a little while, in that case your armor will start to go down. It pretty much goes off XP. In other words, that stuff. Experience. Lure. So this one's meant for the fishing rod. I keep forgetting the names of these things. It goes on the fishing rod. So lure, pretty much, you might notice when you're fishing, it takes forever for a fish to come on your fishing line, right? Well, lure kind of speeds it up a little bit. It brings more things to your fishing line, and well, it makes things a hell of a lot quicker and easier. Alright, luck of the sea. So you can pull a lot of things out of the water. Like, you can pull enchantment books out, you can pull fish out, obviously, you can pull out name tags, you can pull out all kinds of things. Pretty much luck of the sea will give you better things than usual, so it might give you more likely to pull out a bow out of the water, or an enchantment book, or a name tag. It will just give you more chance of getting higher quality things out of the water, which is, well, quite useful, I'm gonna say. Is there anything else I need to show you guys? You can also enchant books. So, if you have enchantments on certain things, but you want to get a specific enchantment, you can go over the enchantment table, put a book in, put some lapis in, and you can choose one, like efficiency, you can grab that, then I have an efficiency book. Easy as that. Then you can store that away until you actually need it. And I should mention as well, I don't think I have any, do I? I do. So if you have 2 efficiency 4s, but you want an efficiency 5, then if you put these 2 in the same level, it'll create the next one up. So like, say if you have 2 efficiency 1s, you put both of those in the table, the anvil, then it'll change it to a 2. Then you have 2 2s, you change it to 3, and it keeps going up and up and up until it reaches the max. In this case, it's 5. So, I think that's pretty much it, guys. And Aqua Efficiency, the one that I missed before, I just remembered just now. I was hoping I would. When you're underwater, it helps you to mine quicker. So, as you can see, if I go under here, it's really, really slow. And if I was above water, it'd be quicker. Like that. So, pretty much underwater, it just speeds it up so you can mine things quicker and dig things out. It's good for if you're getting clay or something. And also, the main items for your armor, like say you want fire resistance and blast protection, those two can't go on together, nor with protection. Like, you can't put several ones on your armor. Like, you can put it on different pieces of armor, so like you have blast protection on that, fire protection on that, projectile protection on that, but you can't have them all in the same armor, which is why I recommend just putting general protection on your armor. Protection 4, because it gives you all-around protection against everything, so it'll give you protection against fire, it'll give you protection against creepers. It won't be as powerful as what the other enchantment would be, but it's quite useful to have a bit of everything, really. And that pretty much rounds off the enchanting, guys. That's all you need to really know about enchanting. Wow, this was a pretty long video. Wow. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any trouble learning anything else in Minecraft, I do have a couple of other videos up, like brewing and how to breed villagers and all that. Feel free to check those out if you're interested. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped. I'll see you all